Welcome to another edition of Blending Moments. I'm Jon Ashton and today I'm with Yamaguchi.
Hey John, how are you, man? Pleasure.
Good
Thank
to see you. We're at your restaurant in Orlando.
Yes.
What's going on here?
Aloha, welcome to Roy's.
You know, it's our 20th anniversary, and for the 20th anniversary, what we're doing here is making a special Opaka dish, which I'm going to be making some Asian pesto to go along with that. Usually Italian pesto would have cheese and basil and, of course, pine nuts, but what we do is a little twist. So we have the Asian pesto, which consists of, again, we're using basil. We also have some green onion, cilantro, in this cap here, and then we have some macadamia nuts instead of pine nuts. Of course, oyster sauce, ginger, and sesame oil.
Let's do it.
And macadamia nuts to start off with. Then I put my green onion, cilantro, and basil that's been mixed here. And then to this, I'm going to flavor it with some ginger. And then instead of using just plain olive oil, I have a little bit of sesame oil here that I'm going to be using.
Sesame seed oil?
Yes, sesame seed oil. And then to this, I'm going to be adding a little bit of olive oil.
Okay, because the sesame seed oil is a bit too strong if we used it fully.
Yes, so it's about half and half.
Okay.
And then to flavor this, what I'm going to do is add some oyster sauce. This, of course, gives that Asian flavor to the pesto sauce itself. Okay, another dimension. So it's kind of a little sweet at the same time because the oyster sauce has a little bit of sugar in there, right? A little sweetness to it. And then just a little bit of salt, little sea salt. And then at this point, if I would blend it, it would be too thick. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to thin down the oil.
Okay, the water.
Okay, and of course I have the Vitamix here.
How do you like the Vitamix?
It works extremely well. We use it in all of our restaurants, and the great thing about the Vitamix, of course, is that you can just put it on and start at a low speed. And as you increase your volume and speed, of course, there's going to be a lot more power, and then you can, of course, puree it.
Do you find having a good blender in the restaurant actually helps you?
Of course it does, because you know what, you need something that happens very, very fast, and of course a great mixer, of course, will actually purify it and will actually break up all those little fragments of the macadamia down to little bits, so you can actually pour this sauce right on and not have all those little chunks in the sauce itself.
In there exactly. Now, what would you use this with, Roy? This Asian pesto?
The Asian pesto would actually go on top of fish. Okay, so we would actually put this on top of fish, and as we would spread it on, and we can actually cook it on top, or we can use that as a base, or we can use that as a marinade. And a lot of times we can also, if I would have made this a little bit thicker, of course I can use it as a base. So there's a lot of different preparations that I can use this pesto for.
So for people at home, if they made this, how long would you last?
I would actually put it in a, you can put it in a plastic Glad bag, or you can actually put it in a little container. You can put it in the refrigerator for maybe a couple, 3 days, or else you can actually put it in the freezer and have it in the freezer for about a month or so.
That'll freeze quite well?
Yes.
Absolutely. And this is a dish here, what we're going to be seeing on the menu?
Yes, this is the Opaka that we have here, which has the Asian pesto on the bottom, and of course I made this a little bit thicker to resemble more of a bed rather than a marinade or a sauce. So anyways, this is kind of the pesto that's been sitting around. And then of course we have the ravioli, and then we have the Opaka that we had seared, and then we have an eggplant ratatouille on top as a flavoring. And of course we have a little sauce that's made out of reduction of clams, and that's to kind of like make all the dish come together. 20
years in business. What's changed from then and now?
Well, you know what's interesting, John, is that food is always it's changing. It's a living thing. Getting things from the ground, from the ocean. It's something that's alive. So food is obviously evolving, and for us, is always a challenge. We want to make sure we challenge ourselves. So what we try to do is really get a lot of the flavors from, of course, Asia, the different countries of Asia, incorporated into what we've started from the very, very beginning, which is virtually French. So, of course, we have a lot of seafood in our restaurant. So again, I'm showcasing the Opaka here, but we want to make sure that we use everything fresh. We utilize a lot of the freshness from our local farmers, from the oceans around, and of course, here being in Orlando, it's still far away from Hawaii. But we do whatever we can to, of course, bring in the flavors from Hawaii, the nice fish that we can get in Hawaii and bring it.
Do you fly your fish into Orlando?
Yes, we do. This Opaka here was probably in the Hawaiian waters less than 24 hours ago. So
fantastic. And you have a couple of cookbooks. This is one of yours.
Well, yeah, this is one of the latest ones. Of course, this is a nice onaga which is a red-tailed snapper. And whenever you see this bright red and you see a tail this long, usually means it's an onaga from Hawaii. And it's a great eating fish, and we can use the Oda-year onaga or the Opaka, which is the crimson snapper. So we have a lot of great recipes in here that showcases a lot of the great fish that you can get in Hawaii, but yet there's a lot of substitutional fishes that you can use.
People can improvise.
Yeah.
And if people want more information, where can you go to? Do you have a website?
Yeah, they can go to, I guess, www.roysrestaurant.com, I believe it is.
I think it is too, actually. Roy Yamaguchi, thank you very much.
Thank you,
it's good
John.
to see you. Good luck
Appreciate
tonight.
it. Thank you
Thanks very
much.
much.
Pleasure.